All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And it's always good to see our customers recommending new wineries and new wine importers to us. This is one that came through one of our very good customers. He said, man, Andrew, I had these wines with this girl that, she's selling these unique wines from Italy that nobody else has had, nobody else has heard of. And yeah, that's one of the ways we find things here at the Wine Watch. And he said, you got to go see Andrew. He is the man at Wine Watch. So she stopped in Russian girl selling Italian wines. Don't ask me how that happened. But Casali Maniago is the name of the winery, I think. Anyways, that's what it sounds like. Colli Orientale di Friuli is the region. These wines, all very classic examples of these varietals from this region in the northern, north of Verona here. And this is all the state-grown juice. And the Chardonnay, the Pinot Grigio, the Friulano, the three whites we had, really classic examples of these varietals. Unoaked, unadulterated. The Chardonnay had some nice lemon citrus, some briny notes, really clean and refreshing green apple, and leaves the tongue salivating for food. A lot of people would not guess this is Chardonnay because there's no oak in it. Pinot Grigio, a little bit lighter, that pear and lime citrus, some wet rock notes there. Fresh style with that white pear and lime citrus coming through on the finish. A little more salivating than the Chardonnay. Very good juice at 18 bucks. And then the Friulano, it's my favorite of the three. Very unique varietal. They used to have the word Tokai in front of this, and this one's got green apple and melon fruit. Kind of hints of Reggiano Parmesan cheese. Really odd. I kept going back to the nose on this one, and yeah, it was still there. A bit of funk there, but we like things a little funky sometimes. A little nice tongue-tingly minerality and that lovely juicy fruit, that melon and apple on the finish. Excellent juice, the most complex of the three whites to me. The Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, Bordeaux varietals from this region, more definitely Bordeaux-like, lighter in style, 13% alcohol, lighter in alcohol. This one, 12.5% alcohol. Whoa. A good amount of green pepper to this Cabernet Sauvignon, some spice, some tobacco, some red currant berry fruits, and really elegant, really easy drinking wine at $18. Really nice little Cabernet if you like a lighter style Cabernet. The Merlot, I liked both of these equally as much here. This wine's got a nice amount of plum and dark cherry fruit, some herbs, a little bit of that green peppery spice also. Very smooth and silky on the tongue. Merlot does not have the tannins that Cabernet does, but it has wonderful acidity. So both of these wines, similar weight on the palates. Usually you show Merlot first and then Cabernet, but like I said, both of them pretty close. And then the Refosco, one of the traditional varietals here, and this is a very old grape, dates back to the 12th century. Wow, a good amount of dried flowers, herbs, and red berry and plum fruits, and really exotic, really different than the Cabernet and Merlot, and a lot of that fruit and fine tannins, those floral notes and herbal qualities lasting through the finish. A very good little example of this varietal at $18. All these wines, I thought, very good values here for what they are. And then on to Valpolicella, the land of many cellos, Trabucchi. That's the first time I've ever had this wine. They have a couple of different Valpolicellas, and one is a single vineyard, and one is their entry level. And the entry level wine, really unique nose here, kind of dried, smoky meats, perfume flowers, herbs, really pretty. Some raspberry and strawberry fruits, and really nice and soft on the palate. That nice floral and herbal note showing through on the finish. Wine needs a slight chill, really nice zest to it. Very good at $21. And the single vineyard Valpolicella does see a little appassimento style, which they can dry the grapes, making Valpolicella just like they do Amarone. Some people do that to give the wine a little more richness. This is not Ripasso, where they pass the wine over the must from the Amarone, and so it re-ferments and becomes more alcoholic, a little different technique. But this wine's got a lovely richness on the tongue and has some pretty dried floral notes, some of that Play-Doh, clay-like minerality that I associate with Valpolicella and with Amarone, and wonderful structure. This wine definitely could last a decade in your cellar. Nice balance here, and an excellent example of dried Appassimento style Valpolicella. And then the Recioto, which to me, one of the greatest dessert style wines. This wonderful sweet elixir, beautiful nose of dark chocolate, sweet cherry liqueur, tobacco, rich and decadent on your tongue, really smooth, silky tannins, that sweet fruit, the mocha spice, and that clay-like minerality, but still wonderful acidity, even though you get that residual sugar. This wine finishes fresh. It's $67.50. Maybe a little expensive, but excellent juice. And that's what we had to drink with our friends, our new friends from Italy. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.